Welcome to Insta Legal. The topic for discussion today is mother-in-law can file domestic violence complaint against daughter-in-law. The law has been settled, but why and in what way it was settled is very important for everyone to understand. Let's see. To understand this question, we will first go through certain provisions of Domestic Violence Act, that is Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. What is a domestic relationship? Because it is from the domestic relationship only we can understand whether an act of domestic violence by a daughter-in-law would fall under the act if a mother-in-law is filing a complaint against the daughter-in-law. What is domestic relationship? It means a relationship between two persons who live or have at any point of time lived together in a shared household when they are related by consanguinity, marriage, or through a relationship in the nature of marriage, adoption, or are family members living together as a joint family. What is important to understand here is this definition is gender neutral. It doesn't say that it should be a male person residing with a female person. It is between two persons who live or have at any point in time lived together in a shared household. So any two people who are living in a joint family in one particular house would fall under the definition of a domestic relationship. Before we proceed further, we need to first now understand who is an aggrieved person as defined under the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, because it is only an aggrieved person in a domestic relationship who could file a complaint against each other. As we have already seen, the domestic relationship involves persons belonging to both sexes and includes persons related by blood or marriage. So this necessarily brings within such domestic relationship male as well as female in-laws, quite apart from male and female members of a family related by blood. So it is very important to understand who is an aggrieved person. An aggrieved person as per the Act is any woman who is or has been in a domestic relationship with the respondent and who alleges to have been subjected to any act of domestic violence by the respondent. Now the important word here is respondent. So any aggrieved person who is a woman can file only against a respondent. So let us now understand this term respondent. Who is a respondent? It means any adult male person who is or has been in a domestic relationship with the aggrieved person and against whom the aggrieved person has sought any relief under this act, provided that an aggrieved wife or female living in a relationship in the nature of marriage may also file a complaint against a relative of the husband or the male partner. So any person who is a male person, only that person would be subjected to be a respondent. And if any female is included with the adult male person, that is allowed. But only a complaint against a female person was not allowed. Now, this definition of respondent was the main question before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, in the case of Hiral P. Harsora and others versus Kusum Narottam Das Harsora, was faced with the constitutional validity of the definition of respondent, which included only adult male person. So this question was whether this adult male person is in consonance with the entire Act of Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. Now, the court went on to discern the object of 2005 and stated that the phenomena of domestic violence against women is widely prevalent and needs redressal. Whereas criminal law does offer some redressal, civil law does not address this phenomena in its entirety. The idea, therefore, is to provide various innovative remedies in favor of women who suffer from domestic violence. So the court was looking at all the provisions, the definition of domestic violence, the definition of respondent, the definition of aggrieved person, and as to be read in consonance with the preamble and the object of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act. And it said, after hearing all the parties, it struck down the words, only the words adult male, as found in the definition of respondent, being in violation of Article 14 of the Constitution of India. If all the provisions are read in consonance with one another, the complaint filed by the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law would be maintainable. Therefore, an aggrieved mother-in-law can file a complaint against daughter-in-law, because this word adult male person was set aside by the Supreme Court, and now any aggrieved mother-in-law who is being harassed by the daughter-in-law can file a complaint against her under this act. Thank you very much.